Why are you in here? I thought you were outside. Oh! Oh, oh. Oh. It's a 190. Welcome back to another episode of ARK Fjordur, and today, like I said in the last video, we are going to be going for the wyvern nests. There's a fire wyvern nest in the Midgard biome, which is basically the lava volcano island, which I've traveled and traversed many a times. There's also in each of the other biomes, in the Jotunheim, the Vanaheim, and the Asgard biomes. They each have their own specific wyverns. I believe for Jotunheim is the ice wyvern, Vanaheim is poison, and the lightning wyverns are in the Asgard biome. It is going to be a challenge, and I may potentially die a couple times, but that is okay. We have the recovery's tombstone right there should we need it, and I also crafted the egg incubator because it was very annoying dealing with the fire torches every so often for all the other things, especially the snow owls, which I did not want to do. So got this ready to go. It does require electricity, and I do believe if I don't have to make the electricity with the generator, I think I could just power it with a fuel with some gasoline, but either way, that is fine. Got a few Ravagers breeding and mutating. As you can tell, this one became green. This has terrible stats compared to the others. I mean, they're good, but they're not the greatest. I wanted specifically other things, but I'm keeping that obviously because it is green. This one mutated with a higher, what was it, I believe, health, because most of these were 33. Yeah, this one's 33. That one is 33. So these are two females. That's also female. This is going to be the main male we're going to be using. So I'm not going to really show this whole process again. You kind of saw how it works by now with the snow owls. So not going to leave too much with that. I got grappling hooks just in case we need them, because it'll probably be easier to access each part of the nest by doing so. And since we're already right here, we're going to start with the fire wyverns. And let's see if we manage to find any high levels. Also be mindful, depending on which biome you're in, like this one particularly is quite toasty. So, whoa, almost fell in the pit. We do want, let me just make sure. What do we lose? Water. You know what? Because I definitely do want to keep as much armor on going in. Okay, that was a little rough. So yeah, we definitely want to, we're going to switch to the snow owl, because this is going to be rather difficult to do with the Maywing, with the gliding, and it can't really fly. Can I please, thank you, get on. Alright, so let's just pump. I've been leveling up this one as well a bit, so we're going to have it at 10. We'll just up the stamina for right now. Let us see. Also, the reason why I'm using Snow Owl for this part right here, I can see. I could see any potential wyverns that may or may not be visible immediately or blend in. Is that an egg right there? Yes, it is. Let's see what level it is. I think I'll be a little closer. How close do I have to be to see this thing? You know what? I guess we'll just have to land and find out, because unfortunately I can't really see with the regular spyglass. Also, do note, once you pick up, got our wyvern. Cool, nice and easy. Once you pick up a wyvern egg, should there be any wyverns in the area, they will be automatically aggro to you, just like if you steal any dinosaur's egg, whether it's fertilized or not. So be mindful of that. Yeah, there's already one right there. It's not aggroed because in the immediate area there were none, but it definitely will aggro if I get close. Now, that's kind of crazy how I got that off the rip. That's a 150. Do I want to test fate and look for others? You know what? I think you're coming for me, aren't you? Yep, we are gonna skedaddle. Alrighty, so we got our fire wyvern. I think I'm just gonna take this one and go back to base. Let this one incubate and do the growing, so that way by the time we get back with all the others, it should be close if not already done. Okay, relax. Alright, we're just gonna Damn it. That is not good. Not good. Come back here. Come back here. Maywing. Good thing we have the Maywing because we can swim away from this great danger. Don't care about the kibble egg right now. Alright, and you're alone. You're leaving me alone? Perfect. Alright, let's get this back to base. Now, I know the best wyvern to get is the lightning wyvern. I'm just getting the others just to kind of have. But realistically, you don't really want... I mean, the fire wyvern's good and all, especially as a 150. It's going to be amazing. But for right now, the best wyvern for, like, overall use is going to be the lightning wyvern. Should we come across the high level of that, that would definitely not only be great, but that'll be the one we use for the duration, most likely, of the game series. Is it incubating? I don't know. I don't think it's incubating. No, it needs power, so let us see if it'll work with gasoline. Otherwise, we're going to make a quick Jenny. And that's not insanely difficult. It's just, where do I place everything? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to need to make a generator. I'm in desperate need of a greater spot to build. Like, I need a base. I think that'll be fine. Let's just hope that this works wherever it's snapping. Alright. Let's get another gasoline. So this should, in theory, function properly. Alright, and you are incubating, right? Yes, so that'll be about 27 minutes. Maybe less by the time we get things going. But the good thing, even if I leave this for a very long time, I can come back. It won't hatch it or anything unless I manually do hatch it. Oh, we could look at the stats real quick. Not good. I'm hoping it drops better. I don't know if that's the case, but I guess either way, we're just gonna have to deal with it for right now. I guess let's get all the gasoline in the generator as well, because that's kind of the purpose of it. Let's drop this. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so got that all taken care of. Now let's go to the... Where do I want to go? I guess the Vanaheim, the swamp biome, because I haven't been there yet. I kind of want to see what's going on over there as well. And I also obviously want to get a poison wyvern. And they're relatively one of the easier wyverns to get because they're just like not that terrible. I mean, the only real damage and attacks it has is the poison spitball, which you can easily dodge. Hello, shark. Don't know how you're doing that, but awesome. Yeah, so they have the poison spitball thing, which is really easy to dodge. It's not like the fire, the lightning, or even the ice. It's very like it's pretty much like a Dillo, but obviously deals more damage if you get hit by it. And the generic like bite melee attack. So that's why it's the least concern and kind of the least desired wyvern in my opinion. Although obviously if you land the poison wyvern spitball shots like directly where you're going, which in itself is rather difficult because of just the sheer fact that a lot of things can dodge it very easily. If you manage to somehow come across and actually land one of those shots, it does a very significant amount of damage, similar to like a lightning wyvern or even a fire wyvern for that matter. We're going into the Vanaheim biome, looking for the wyvern nest for any poison wyverns. Hopefully find a high level of that as well. And then we'll just see if we could actually pull it off. Gotta say, this map, like this biome particularly, I'm very much into right now just because of like how beautiful it really is. Like it looks so peaceful, but it's pretty much like a swamp biome in itself, so you definitely have to be mindful of getting caproed or even like hit with a Titan boa wherever they are, which I'm not seeing at the initial moment, but in due time, I guarantee we're gonna find something of that sort and probably regret finding it. So right down there is the poison wyvern scar nest, whatever it's called. Pretty much if you're looking for this area, you want to go right here, right where this little lake is. I don't exactly have the coordinates, unfortunately, because I don't have the GPS. You'll find this big tree with the flower. You'll find a little bit of water right here as well. Then just follow this little stream up the waterfall, and here you are right there. You'll also probably find, if you haven't already claimed it, this little XP buff right here, a rune. And with that being said, there are unofficially 2 access points. You can go right through that waterfall entrance, or you can just do it on foot right here. And we already got a wyvern right off the gate. And you are a level 25, so not scared necessarily of a 25. I know I could escape it if I must. The only challenge is finding an egg. I think that's one right there. I'm not sure because these crystals are shining as well. You know what? Let's just gamma up a little bit so we can see potentially any eggs. I generally don't think that's one right there. No, that's just the rock. Alright, so let's try. You're gonna get. Yep, we're triggered. Let's just get out of here for a second. Now it is a 25, so health should not be crazy thing. Alright, cool. I'll take it. You'll go after the mouse chops. Leave me alone. Even better. We are good, right? Worst case, we could just fly away. They're, like I said before, not that scary to deal with. So we got one right here. Can I please jump? That's cool. That's okay. Alrighty, let's see what we got. What level is this? The 25. We don't care about you. We're gonna just leave you to become like your parent. Let's see. This I think was in, no, it could be spawned in here, but it hasn't this round. And if you don't know, wyvern nests, the pockets will stay empty regardless. The nests don't necessarily spawn in the same spot every time, so it's not exactly a guaranteed thing finding the wyverns in the same spot every time. Where else? There's another wyvern there. I really can't tell. It's kind of hard to see, honestly, these nests because of just how dark it is, even with gamma. Like, on a pretty high level. Even with the gamma on a high setting. You should be good. I guess maybe you could kind of look for these crystals in the rocks just to kind of know there's a nest right there. Or if you happen to notice from afar, there'd be an empty hole. That'll also be where a wyvern nest could potentially spawn. Not seeing anything over here. Like I said, it sucks that you can't bring an actual flyer into this biome, but that's kind of how it works. I don't know the level, and those things could do some pretty good damage, so I'll just back off for a little bit. If we can pull it outside, that would be absolutely great. What level are you in case there is a high level in here? 25. Damn, there's really nothing good here at the moment. Come on. You can join your little friend out here. Thank you. Almost there. That mouse chop is really just being an MVP for us. Unfortunate for him, great for us. So let us go, I guess, further into the cave. Hopefully, I think I checked that already, right? Yeah, there's nothing there. So far, we got a level 25, and that really ain't much to look at. So we're probably not going to want to go there. Anywho, in here, got the 2 over here. Let's just see. Because one thing also you would probably want to know. Damn, another 25. Well, there's you. Yeah, so the wyverns do reflect the babies. So we got one right here. We'll come right back because this guy is kind of on our ass, and I don't appreciate that. Yeah, you're fine. So if you didn't know as well, the wyvern eggs, they will reflect the level of the parent, and you can obviously level them up to grow them, just like any other dino. The thing is, you going for the mouse shops or what? Why didn't you follow me all the way out? It's not like now I gotta, yep, come on. Look at me, thank you. There we go. That's not good. Yeah, that kind of hurt a little bit. Again, not a whole lot, but it did do a little damage. Like I said, if you do manage to get one of those landed on your targets, they will do an insane amount of damage. You're not following me, right? Damn it, I thought I led you far enough away. Alright, cool. You're going after the mouse shops. Awesome. Alright, let's go back to that egg. Let's see potentially if it's a high level, because I don't know what the level was that was chasing me, and I do not want to find out the hard way. Right, there was, yeah, so let's see, what are you? Another 25. That's just so unfortunate. Really don't know what's going on with this spawn rates. Figured there'd be something better than a 25. That's like that third 25 that I found. Is there something up here? Could be, but no. Oh, is this really it? Is this the end? Thought there'd be a little more, but I guess not. Nothing up there. Alright, please be at least a high level. Even though it's probably not the case. Another... Do I really want a 25? I'm like at the point where I don't, because I know it's not gonna do great for levels, but like at the same time I do kind of want the bingo cards to be full with all the wyverns that we can grab. Why are you in here? I thought you were outside. Oh, it's a 190. I know there's an egg to my left. I'm not seeing one. No. If this is the 190, not only am I taking it and leaving, but I will be so happy. Like, you would not even understand beyond belief how excited that would. Come on, get on the freaking thing. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. There's our 190, by the way. Come on, this freaking Maywing just throws half the time. Alright, we're going to do a quick little maneuver. We're going to circle around, because you're still following, right? Yeah. Go like this. Not like that. We'll do this. Oh my gosh, you really, like, have no hops for this. You're generally the bane of my existence right now. We just glide right into the nest, like so. Please be... Oh, come on. No, that's a 25 as well. Where the hell is this egg? You know, I really do want this 190. I can't figure out where its egg is, though. I guess I'll just run the area once more, and if we find it, that's great. Otherwise... we already decided what we were going to do from the get-go. It's funny how I care more about the poison wyvern that I'm probably never going to use, but it's because this 190 just, like, I really want this level. We're going to grab all these eggs. Just hope that they spawn new ones. And if that's the case, we'll come right back to a newer poison wyvern. So it looks like, unfortunately... these are the only wyvern eggs that spawn. Now, they're all 25, so it really doesn't matter which one I pick up. Which one looks like it has the coolest stuff? Honestly, we might just try and tame the snake with the other two. So let's just, yeah, that'll do. We'll drop you in this one. And if I recall how to do a Titanoboa tame, you have to drop a fertilized egg. Right? I think that's what they get triggered with and want to eat. You're not going after the egg. Maybe I have to de-aggro it first and then it'll eat. Let's see, you're not going for it at all. You know what? It's whatever. I don't really care. Let's see. This one or that one. We'll just keep the one in our inventory. Everyone else can enjoy some free wyvern eggs. So that's the second one we got. We'll drop this off at base to start incubating, and then we will go to Jotunheim biome. And since they're only little ice wyverns, I think I'll go there. And I think what I'll do is leave the most difficult one for last, which will be the lightning wyverns. Hopefully we don't have the same unfortunate luck with the poison wyvern nest as we do with the lightning wyvern nest, but we will see how that goes. So this is the ice wyvern nest. If you are ever lost looking for it, you basically, from the main terminal that you spawn in, just go straight. You'll see a thing of ribs and a spike right here of this mountain. And soon enough, there you are. Let's not let that scorpion hit us now. Even with my fortitude up relatively high, could probably go a lot higher, I am absolutely freezing to death, as you can see. Like, I've lost 150. So we do not have a lot of time we can spend in here dilly-dallying. We have to get in and essentially get out. If we find a high-level egg, that will be the best-case scenario. And I'm not even going to tempt fate. There's one right there. Let's just get in, get out, hopefully. Why is this thing? I mean, it looks cool. Oh. All right, that's a 25. We'll hold that for right now. Let's see if there are any others. In terms of what to look for a specific nest, I think it's just a matter... Is that one right there? No, that's just the rock. Well, there's the egg nest. So, can't really... It's not like Jotunheim where there are any crystals. This is a very, very precarious area to endeavor and search because of the mere fact that dying it. Yep, we triggered you. That's okay. We'll just, get screwed by the Maywing real quick. And I believe if you get hit with the ice, you essentially are like stamina drained. Like, you don't lose torpidity or anything, you just lose your stamina. So that is not good in this setting. Don't know why you're here, but that's cool. Alright, so this is a dead end there. Whoa. Where'd the updraft come from? Alright, so it looks like there's essentially only one way in and out, which isn't terrible. It does limit how many, eggs, I guess, will spawn, unless we're just missing it, which we could be, because we cannot fly again in this biome either. Worst case, we have the 25. Best case, we could find a higher level. That's probably the 25 if I had to be completely honest and accurate. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, there's one right there. So it looks like we'll take this either way because I'm not able to really tell if there's any more than a 55. We'll take it and call it a day. I am perfectly fine with that unless we find something else on the way out, which I am not seeing. Yeah, we are losing an enormous amount of health. So I'm going to take this one as a blessing in disguise. It ain't perfect, again. This and the poison wyvern are not really eggs or wyverns that you want to use as your main fighter. Only in this, quick XP buff. Might as well. Only in the sense that they really, you have to be completely accurate with your shots in order for them to really do any true damage to whatever you're attacking. But in terms of, I guess, just to have it, I mean, it does look pretty cool. Again, you can see the one that's currently chasing me. It looks tremendously amazing until it does that, which is the ice effect. And yeah, so it's your movement speed which gets decreased, which is not amazing. But hopefully we can dodge it long enough to where the ice won't hit. There we go. Alright. Eat one more time. We should be good to get our ass out of here fully intact. Obelisk is right there. Perfect. Let's just get some height. And we're gaining the speed we need. And we are out of here. So, yeah, that is Jotunheim complete. Now we just have to do the Asgard biome, which is going to be a little tough. Not because we're going to lose health, luckily, so it's a safer thing in terms of that. The only real danger is getting hit by a lightning wyvern because if you don't know, you'll see momentarily, but you don't want to mess around with. You can definitely play around and dodge and weave the poison wyvern really easily. Like, it's not that hard. Ice wyvern, same reason, same thing, but if you get hit, unlike the poison wyvern, the ice wyvern will basically slow you down tremendously. And with the fire wyvern, you can dodge it the same way, but you'll just have the burn effect if you get hit. You could always go in the water if you have a creature that can do that. But in terms of the lightning wyvern, there's no way out of it. Once you get hit, not only are you losing an insane amount of health, but chances are it's not just the one. And if you have a thing with little to no health, which we have a decent amount of health on here, I guarantee if we get hit by one of these lightning wyverns, it is going to be a very, very, like, I truly don't know if we'd pull off the rest of the egg mission because of the mere fact of how much damage they could do in like 2 seconds time. So I'm gonna get this ice wyvern incubating. It looks very like beautiful. I don't know why. It doesn't even look like it should look that way. Like, cosmetically, I don't see why it looks that way, but I'm not complaining. You're doing all right. We'll leave you there. This one's growing up very nicely. It's almost done. You're ready to mate, and you're ready to mate. So this is going to be the male, and I believe I have him. Yeah, so when he's fully grown up, he's going to have 2 ladies he's going to deal with. And this one will leave towards the end because I want the mutation for this lady towards the end. So we got the ice wyvern incubating. We got the ravagers starting to breed momentarily. And I'll catch you guys right when we're about to head into the Asgard lightning wyvern nest. So here we are at the last and final stop of our wyvern nest explorations. We have the lightning wyvern nest right inside there. Although it doesn't look it initially, once you turn the corner, you'll see it. So if you're ever wondering again where this one is, go as far left as you can and you will find this little bit of lake right here. And sure enough, you'll find this nest right there. So let's get into here. Hopefully, now, the difference between the other nests and this nest that I'm doing, I think I want to breed a pair of high level, if I could find high level, lightning wyverns. Because not only are they great, but an even higher level with breeding imprints, I think is like the best case scenario for really anything that you want. This isn't breakable, right? No. Okay, so also the nest looks very, very cool. And you're probably asking, well, where's the nest? If you just glance down yonder, you'll see the nest is right there. So I think what I'm going to do, since I cannot fly like I'd like, there's a few of them down here. Okay, this isn't good. We're going to just bait this out. Hopefully the others either don't care or just get pulled and I could do the same to them as I'm doing to this one. Honestly, there's an Anki perfect. It's not that bright in there, oddly enough. So I think I'll be good with regular gamma. Excuse you. Thank you. Come on, go for the Anki. Thank you. Alright, so let's get back inside. So we gotta be mindful there's a wyvern outside, but that's perfectly fine. And you're not aggroed. Awesome. So what are you doing over there? Well, you're coming with me as well. Right this way if you don't mind. Thank you. Did you get stuck again, you stupid? Yep, I managed to get you stuck. Don't know how I did that. You should be a lot smarter than that, but nonetheless, you're gonna... Thank you. Let's try this once more. Let's go directly this way. And you shouldn't. There we go. Now you feeling very smart. Matter of fact, you can join your friend. Well, I don't know where he went, but I got you some Yankees right here you could have your bite at. Oh, there's the second one. Going after Segos. Perfect. We'll just avoid them now completely. That's 2 down. There we go. Let's see how many more we're going to have to pull before we can get inside here. And is there lava at the bottom of this? No, it's water, so... Okay, now I need the gamma. So there's the one over there, a couple over there. I think we'll be good to just... Well, I unfortunately cannot see a single thing from over here. That's the nest, so we got you right there. Well, we gotta pull you anyway, so this makes life a little bit easier for me. So that way we don't have to deal with the stupidity of a Maywing. I don't know what you're looking at exactly, but you're gonna be preoccupied with some Doedicurus now. Alrighty. Let's see, so we got the 3 out here, got 1, 2, and 3. Alright, everyone's just doing their own thing. Don't mind me, just gonna zip right through, like so. Did I aggro anyone? Nope, perfect. Let's try this again. Now, I generally do not know what levels those wyverns were, because I was kind of more flabbergasted with how many were abundant, and I didn't check for levels, so we'll kind of be blind grabbing these eggs if they are high levels. Kind of a good surprise. Let's just see. Why do you dismount me on the right side? Why can't you just do it on the left? Anyway, that's a definite good one. Let's see. Is it well, I guess we won't know until we start incubating what breed, what gender they are. Let's see, what are you? 170, we'll take that as well. Hopefully we get a breeding pair out of them. Kind of surprised, not trying to jinx it, but this has kind of been the easiest biome to grab something from. The easiest wyvern nest, I mean. And we got one more, and that'll probably be all we got for this round. And that's a 20. Yeah, I don't care. Already got good levels, so I'll just do a quick little thing. I checked this, right? Well, this would definitely be a spot, but I'm pretty certain it's empty. Yeah. Well, I'm glad with this. We got 165 and 170, so like I said, if they become a breeding pair where it's a male and female, then we're doing the absolute best in terms of a lightning wyvern. So now we're gonna get back to base, if I can only manage to freaking do this with a Maywing, which again is rather difficult. This has literally been the hardest part of doing this. Come up, thank you. Alright, so out of the woods, we'll just get back to base, incubate these 2 eggs, and probably hatch all the others at the same time, because they'll probably be ready, but I'll just save all the hatchings to when the last 2 lightning wyverns are ready to hatch. And then we'll show off what we got. Hopefully we got what we asked for, and yeah, we'll just see if we can get going on the breeding craze. It is finally time, everyone. We can finally see what exactly we have acquired. Let's just look real quick at the stats. Only thing good on this is stamina, so that's, I guess, something to look forward to. Yeah, that one we don't even look at. Same for this, not good. Imprinting is going to be at 100, so at least we'll get some buffs. The lightning wyvern, best stat is the health, which is 28, so that's going to be good. Then you got 15 weight, not good. 24 melee and 20 stamina. I could work with that. Breeding wise, this got 27 health, 26 weight, 14 stam, 28 weight. So between this, 28, 27, the health should be fine. 15, 26. The male is better for, oh, it's a male and female. That's freaking perfect. Didn't even realize that until just now. So 26 weight on the male, 15 on the weight on female. So the male will be better for the weight. 14 stam compared to 20. So the female is better for stam. And 24 compared to 28. The male will be slightly better than the female. Now let's just hatch all of this one at a time because triplet? Damn. That's crazy on the fire wyverns. Let's just see what we got. Hello? You want to hatch? Okay, I guess it wasn't selected. We got a single poison. Cool, not crazy. Let's see the ice crystal. What's it called? The ice wyvern. Looks pretty cool. Again, just for cosmetics at the moment. Now, the moment of truth. How many females we got? This is a female, right? I believe, yeah. Got one female. That's alright. Would have liked to have triplets on that, but we'll deal with it as it comes. And a single male. Alright. So let us take a better look at what we got. In terms of now, it's just for the cosmetics. So we got 3 fire wyvern twins. That's just amazing. And they all are the same. Alright. And then our poison, our ice wyvern, and our 2 lightning wyverns. Now this, I'm not breeding for cosmetics or mutations at all. If it happens, it happens. Great. Not going to spend all that time for this. I doubt this is a thing, but can you... Actually, I don't think I could do it anyway right now. I think they have to be the same technical species. So lightning can breed. I don't think you could crossbreed with these. So that would be cool to see a mutation like that where it's like poison with a fire, but I don't think that's a thing. Anyway, these are our main 2 that we're going to be looking at. So we got a pale blue, okay, and we got the dark blue. I like the dark blue on this one more than the pale blue on that. And in terms of everything else, the little parts on the wings, I definitely do like this orangey color a lot more. And the black is going to be, I guess, the same thing on it either way. And I don't think there's many other regions that it has. So, unfortunately, that's kind of it. The ice wyvern looks super cool with the head, how it looks right there. That, I'm not even going to lie to you. The ice wyverns definitely are one of the cooler wyverns to look at. They just don't function that well because of how, like, terrible they are ultimately. I mean, if you get a high level ice wyvern, you could then have a good thing to drain the speed of whatever you're attacking, so that way your other creatures could attack it a lot easier, especially if it's a fast creature. So there is that advantage to it, but otherwise you're not really going to be using it like that. The poison wyvern, I mean, it looks cool again. It definitely stands out from the bunch, but it's not amazing. I've seen better poison wyverns, honestly, but again, this will do. I do especially like this yellow snake eye. That's like one of the cooler parts. And then our fire wyvern triplet. So, not the best version of it. There are a lot others that look a lot cooler, but I'm not complaining because A, they're 150, and B, I got 3 of them. So these will do great in combat. These 2 are kind of like support, and then these 2 will be our main. Once we breed them, then we'll have an even better lightning wyvern, and hopefully we get something super crazy out of that. So let's just check on the Ravagers. You got 3 minutes on you. You got 3 minutes on you. So these should pop out momentarily. And you weren't breeding, right? Yeah, I didn't have you set. So our male is doing what he has to do. Let's take the saddle off of you so I don't forget it later on. And we'll keep it on. Well, this we're not going to put away for a little bit. I wonder what would this look like if we got the purple and the green. Honestly, if it works out, this may just be kind of like a joker. I might just wait till later on for better stats to breed these 2 because I don't want to deal with the cosmetics and then have to redo the stats. So we're going to let the Ravagers do their thing. Gonna let the wyverns grow up, and when we're all said and done with everything there, we'll come right back to see what it is we have and what it is we can do with what we have. All the wyverns have finally grown up. I was able to imprint all of them, luckily. So that... What are you doing over here? Anyway, I was able to imprint all of them, so that worked out pretty darn well in terms of timing. The stats did not improve as I predicted they might have earlier. Regardless, we do have many wyverns now. We got the 3 fire wyverns. We got the 1 ice, the 1 poison, and the 2 lightning wyverns, which we will soon be breeding for hopefully a much stronger and better wyvern. Because D stats, we got 28 health, 20 stam, 15 weight, and 24 melee. They are not doing... This has better health. I think the female had the better stam, 26 weight, and 28 melee. So most of the stats from the male transfer with, I think, just the stamina and weight. No, just the stamina 20. I forget the melee on the male. Yeah, if the stamina transfers over to a better breed with all the male stats, then that's basically the best case scenario we got. So let's start with the ice wyvern. So in terms of what attacks it has your generic left click attack, which is just a regular bite. C, just like with any wyvern, is the blowback / gather thatch on trees, and I forget maybe a couple other things, and wood and such. But the main purpose of the ice wyvern is the wyvern's ice, whatever it's called, the ice breath attack, which is right click. So let's see, damage wise 208, so that's just a left click. Now I don't believe the right click does any damage. Let's just see if there's another dodo right there. Perfect. Again, it looks super cool. Like, the ice wyvern is one of the coolest ones I believe in the game, personally, at least from what I could find. Does it a little damage, 52. So we got that going. Now let's try the poison wyvern, just to kind of see how that goes. Poison wyvern, left click, right click is gather, and blowback. And then we got the poison wyvern, which you have to aim to land the shot. Now let's see the damage on the spitball. What was that? 227 with a 10 tick damage kind of thing, where it'll stay poisoned for a duration of time. I obviously don't know how long that'll be, but either way, it's fine for now. And the left click is 181. Okay. The ice wyvern does a bit more damage, so there is that. Let's get all this. Let's check out the fire. Since we are basically the same on all 3, let's just take one of them. Again, left click, C, and fire on the right. So let us see the fire. Looks like it's 90 with a 17 damage burning effect. That's cool. Let us go to find for the left click. Hopefully there's another dodo nearby. Kind of cleared out this island by accident. There we go. There's 2. Perfect. Left click 186. So right now, honestly, which is kind of surprising, the ice wyvern is doing the most damage in terms of the melee attack, which is left click. But in terms of the special attack, which is your right click, the fire wyvern is doing the most right now. Yeah, I will just base it off of this 170 just to kind of get a feel for it. So we got left, C, and that is our special. Now we got the moss chops and the listro right here. So left click, 382. All right, this is definitely going to be the main for right now. And 119, like, this thing just pours. That's why I said, if you get hit by this thing, it's going to do some damage. Like, especially if you're not moving, it's gonna do some work. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'll get these two breeding, so that way we can have, hopefully by the next episode, depending on when I make it and how long this takes. Where is... Can they not breed? Are you serious? Allow it... What does that even mean? Don't know, but... I mean, maybe... Let me see. I don't think wyverns... Damn it, that's so unfortunate. Well, I guess the whole idea I had going into this video is the breeding of wyverns, but unfortunately you cannot do that. So I guess this is going to be the one we're going to rock right now. So, I mean, it's great and all. This is like a really high level. I'm not complaining whatsoever. Really thought I was going to be able to get the male and female ice... Whoa, not... I really thought I was going to be able to get the male and female lightning wyverns mating, but unfortunately that seems to not be the case in this scenario. So that's a bit of a bummer. Also found this rise shield, so actually, let me... You can have helmet, right? Yeah, let me just see how this looks. It kind of is probably going to look a little silly, but let me see how that looks. If only your tongue wasn't sticking out, it would kind of work a little better. You know what? Since you're probably going to need some protection anyway, we'll just go ahead and rock the helmet that we've been doing thus far. Damn, the turning radius is terrible. We did manage to get the rider imprint, so we got 30% more damage and 30% damage resistance, so that is great for everything going forward. That's going to do it for today's episode. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below for any suggestions for names that you have for this wyvern, the other wyverns, and the other creatures as well. And also, if you're new here, please subscribe. You're already coming back here, so you might as well enjoy more videos that I put out. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.